That right there was Aaron Hall. I miss you, ladies and gentlemen. The Me Too movement has just exploded. It is everywhere. It became the person of the year, collectively, all of the people that came forward. And I think it's very valuable. I think that it will do a lot to kind of determine the way we see people who harass people and abuse people, and I think that's a great thing. It's kind of weird that we have a president that's accused of it, and a lot of country knows that he is and still doesn't do anything about that. But also what's interesting to me is I wonder when there's a statute of limitations, because we've seen them go back 40, 50, 60 years. Well, so is the cutoff 50, 60? Is it 100? Is it 200? Because if we're going to go back and look at our look at history, there are going to be a lot of people. Like if the Me Too movement was here, when Sally Hemings was here, then Jefferson wouldn't be on the $2 bill. Jefferson wouldn't have a statue. He wouldn't be well regarded. Because Jefferson would have been a rapist. I mean, if you are concerned about your job, so your boss forces you to have, you don't want to lose your job, so you're forced to have sex with your boss. Imagine not wanting to lose your children. Mm. So this Me Too movement needs to take I don't think that there's a stopgap or a time stamp on what's right or wrong. It's always been wrong. If you hate Harvey Weinstein, you definitely got to hate Thomas Jefferson. Ooh. You cannot, because I'm all for the Me Too movement, but I think we go all the way with it. We look at everybody who historically did this. You can't tell me it's 30, 40, 50 years or it goes back 20 years. What is the cutoff point? Because America is full of people who are now considered heroes to us who did worse than the people that now are maligned. So if we're going to do the Me Too movement, it needs to go all the way. If you are denigrating Harvey Weinstein, who is a horrible human being, but yet you say nothing about Thomas Jefferson, you are a hypocrite. You cannot have it both ways. You cannot say we're only going to be decent up to 30, 40, 50 years. There's a time stamp on decency. You cannot say, well, we're going to be decent, and the Me Too movement, we're going to still have a president that does this. We're still going to have a... Listen, we just had an election where the pedophile losing was an upset. So if it's going to be Me Too, it got to be him too also. Mm-hmm. It can't just be Me Too, it's him too. Mm-hmm. You can't have Harvey Weinstein. You can't have Bill Cosby. You can't have Rose. You can't have Matt Lauer. You can't tell me all these horrible people, and they are horrible, and have statues to people who did much worse. So it's him too, you too, and them too. All right, there's a little note from the GED section. We got the Jazz Report. That's coming up in about 15 minutes. It's the D.L. Hughley Show.